All right, welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're going to do something that was recommended, or actually, what I want to say, like suggested. Um, this was from Mike in the comments of a previous video, and he insisted because the way I talk about Luka and the fact that I've been a Suns fan since I was a kid, we watched this Jimmy X High Roller video titled "When Trash Talking Goes Horribly Wrong." And I have a feeling this is going to hurt me deep down inside, but let's do it. Let's do it. There's no use ignoring it. This happened. All right, let's shoot Jimmy X some love. And yeah, if you haven't subscribed, like the 2.43 million of us, you're crazy. Jimmy X put some good stuff out. All right. Mike, this one's for you. Shout out to you. Thanks for the suggestion. And here we go.
This clip will go down in the basketball
Shoot, I forgot about that. Why you gotta say it? Why do you have to say it? Why do you have to? Why you gotta poke the bear?
Trash Talking Hall of Fame. Not because Devin
Oh
Booker's trash
no!
talking worked, not because he actually backed it up or anything, but because of the absolute obliteration that was to follow.
Yeah,
Devin Booker did not know it at the time, but this is where it all ended.
you know, I don't think any of us really knew it at the time that Luca was that dude. This is when I found out Luca was that dude. Like you piss him off, and he takes it personal, and he goes off on you like a freaking psychopath.
Video taken moments before
Oh
disaster.
no! Yeah, everybody acting
Today's
tough
video
when
is
they're up.
sponsored by Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community where you can explore thousands of
All right,
classes
let's
with
skip
members.
past
How Do I Make
this.
offers countless classes in animation for years now. And
Maybe I should take some Skillshare classes and make some better videos.
to help you all get started, Skillshare is offering a 1-month free trial to the first 1,000 people to click the link in the description. Check out Skillshare and take the next step in your creative
Sorry
journey
about the ad,
today.
guys. All right, back to it.
This is the text my brother sent me just
Man.
moments before witnessing the biggest playoff basketball monstrosity I've ever seen in my entire life.
Man.
I didn't believe him, so I had to tune into the game myself. And sure enough, there it
Oh
was.
no. Step back three. Unbelievable. Oh man, it's worse than I remember. Oh, guys, I'm 2 minutes in and this already hurts so bad.
Oh boy. In what
And
world is
step
this
back.
even possible?
Boom.
A record-breaking 64-win Suns team, fully healthy, is getting dog-walked in a Game 7 with their season on the
Good
line.
defense, guys.
Okay, well, I wasn't able to watch the
Oh
first
yeah.
half, so I'm
That was great when he's backing down Aiden. That was great. Good job, Aiden. Yeah, we could have had Luca instead of you. We could have drafted instead of you.
assuming those measly 27 points had to have
Step
come
back.
from Chris
Oh
Paul
no.
and Devin Booker. I mean, there's no way
Oh.
they just didn't score.
Oh. Oh man. Oh no, no, no. 0 for 4 and 0 for 7. No, no, no. And they weren't even doing anything else, man. One rebound each. No.
So, after all that trash talking, all that hooping and hollering, after going up 2-0 in the series, this was the best the Suns had to offer. A couple weeks ago, I made a video about how the Nets, and specifically Kevin Durant, had one of the worst playoff meltdowns in recent history. But, we got a new contender. Of all the players in this year's playoffs, Chris Paul had possibly more to prove than anyone else.
Yeah.
After a career of bad luck
Still
and,
does.
quite frankly, bad playoff performances, NBA
Bad
fans
hammies.
were eager to see if he could lead his team to the NBA Finals again and redeem himself for their collapse last season against the Bucks.
Man, and I was in a minority here in Phoenix. I was really pushing for Chris Paul. A lot of people were, I mean, they were justified and they were correct. I'm tired of him getting injured in the playoffs. I kept thinking, he'd pull it through for 1 year because he was our leader and he was a good leader. just he wasn't there when it mattered the most, unfortunately.
But at this point, we should have
Hmm.
known better.
Huge.
Fool me once, shame on you.
Yeah.
Fool me twice, shame on
Shame
me.
on me.
Lose an
Shame
NBA
on me.
record 7 consecutive Game 7s, and shame on everyone. Why am I even watching at this point? But
Oh
it's
my
one
God.
thing for Chris Paul to fall apart in a Game 7. For one reason or another, he's been doing it his entire career. But the entire Suns roster, how does the 1 seed, the best regular season team in the NBA, fall apart this badly with their season on the line? In the
Oh,
first half of Game 7 against the Mavericks, the Suns' starting 5 combined for 15 points on 29
oh
shots.
man. Nothing is in the paint. Nothing is in the paint. And that was probably like garbage. That was that layup. Probably 8 in there, which is garbage. Dude.
Luka Doncic, by himself, had 27 points on 12 shots. Chris Paul and Devin
And he's
Booker
got variety too. Is this a weakness for him? Is he weak on this side of the I doubt it. It's Luca.
combined for a whopping 3 points in the first half.
Oh,
3 points. Even
free
worse,
throws.
those 3 points came from the foul line. Neither of them made a single shot.
No.
By the end of the game, the Suns starting 5 mustered up just 37 points in 143 minutes on the court. Luka put up 35 points in just 30 minutes.
Bro. Oh. I mean, there's a reason why we say Luca is the Suns' daddy, and more particular, he's Devin Booker's daddy. Look at this.
I don't think I've ever seen an NBA game in my entire life that was over halfway through the second quarter. The only reason why Luka didn't drop a 50-point triple-double on these boys was because the man was on the bench by the third quarter, prepping for the Warriors in the next round. In this series featuring the Suns and the Mavericks, Luka had more points than pure scorer Devin Booker, had more assists than league-leading assist man Chris Paul, had more rebounds than 7-foot center DeAndre Jordan.
7 games, you got 57. Man.
And had more steals than Defensive Player of the Year runner-up Mikal Bridges.
He's
the man
the dad.
beat the Suns so bad, the franchise had to write an apology letter to their fans. Devin Booker spent the 2022 NBA season building a solid MVP campaign, having the best season of his career. And yet, somehow, when it mattered most, Booker put together the worst playoff game of his entire career. The man didn't even put up a fight. It's like there's no fire in him. He's not rising up in these big games. And this big game mentality is what separates guys like Luka and Giannis from others.
Yeah.
Sure, these guys are vastly...
Yeah, he's our other daddy. Ugh, got a 60-piece on us in the finals.
More talented than their peers,
dude, this video is killing me.
Helps. But just as valuable as their skill set and physical tools is their will to win. Luka Doncic would rather die trying than lose a Game 7 like this. The man won't back down to anyone, and he has the game to back it up. I mean...
And I don't know if Devin Booker or KD is that guy. I've yet to really see it. At least with the Suns. I've yet to really see. No one really just steps up and dominates for a win. And sometimes Devin Booker will step up and start dominating, but we lose every time. It's, I don't know. Disappointed with my Suns year after year.
Seriously, is there anything better in sports than a superstar who plays better under pressure? A player that can take the trash talk, spit it right back, and make you regret it. Luka said it best after their Game 5 loss against the Suns.
Yeah. That reminds me so much of the Jordan thing, where he was like, people talking trash when, same thing. I think Luka saw The Last Dance. This is where he came up with this, because Jordan did that same thing. He's like, yeah, it's easy to talk trash when you're winning. Let's see how they talk when it's 0-0, And then it went on, history did what it did and Jordan dominated. But just like that, don't talk shit to Jordan. Don't talk shit to Luka. Lesson learned.
You know how confident you have to be to say this out loud after going down 2-3 in the playoffs? This killer mentality,
Yeah.
almost like a basketball hitman, taking names and seeking revenge, is something
Yeah.
you're either born with or you aren't.
That's a
Players
Kobe,
like
Jordan.
Luka, Giannis, Jimmy Butler, Ja Morant are all cut from the same cloth as guys like Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, and Larry Bird.
Yeah.
There is no end to what they will do to win. It's almost
Right.
psychotic at times. Not every night will be some monumental performance, but you can guarantee that they'll go down swinging. We often wonder why some players, although extremely talented, seem to never step up to the plate when all the chips are on the table, while some
It's the same thing. I'll never stop saying it. LeBron James, probably the most, gifted basketball I've ever seen, but he's not a killer. That's the only thing he's lacking is that killer gene. He just doesn't have it. If he had the killer gene, we'd be looking at the greatest player of all time. Like, the guy would probably have 10 championships by now.
Some players rise to the challenge and love every moment of it. Others shrink under the mounting pressure
Yeah.
of these career-defining moments. It's
Yeah.
intangible and immeasurable, but it's there. And the thing about guys who don't have it is that they tend to underestimate the guys who do have it. In the 90s, NBA players were legitimately scared to trash talk Michael Jordan. I mean, they already knew that there was a slim chance he wasn't going to dismantle them. But at least if they kept quiet, Michael might just
Yeah.
spare them from embarrassment.
There's a lot of players who played against him that said that that was their strategy against Michael Jordan. Just shut up. Don't piss him off. And that was like hand from the elders to just don't talk any trash. If he talks trash to you, just shut up. Don't even say like nice shot, Mike. Nothing. No good game, Mike. No nothing. Just just shut up, play the game, because any little thing is gonna set Jordan off and he's gonna make it personal. And then he's going to just make you his number one enemy for the night and just crush you.
In front of friends and family. Everybody's tough when they're
That's
up.
the thing,
And
yeah.
wouldn't you know it, come
That's the
Game
clip
7 when the
with the baseball
Mavericks
bat.
were up, Devin Booker was quietly sitting on the bench with not a single word to say. Which really makes you wonder if Devin Booker is cut from not the same cloth as
I don't think he is. I don't think Booker is a killer. I think he's one of the most gifted offensive players I've ever seen. His mid-range game is very innocent of like a softer Jordan Kobe thing. I don't think he's that killer though. I don't.
the Kobe Bryants of the NBA world, but from the same cloth as the Chris Pauls of the NBA. There's nothing wrong with that. CP is one of the greatest point guards of all time. But if you're relying on him to close out a game with
Yeah.
everything on the line, you might be in some trouble.
Who the hell is our closer on the Suns? Is it Devin Booker? Is it Kevin Durant? Like for real. Not these guys' talent. They're fantastic players, but who the hell is the closer? Who's that guy?
Patrick Beverley has been on a Chris Paul slander campaign for the last few days, and whether it's true or not, he spoke about how NBA teams aren't all that worried about facing Chris Paul.
CP3, is he going to be a Hall of Famer? No question about it.
Yeah.
Right? No question about it. Do guys in the NBA go to sleep early the night before playing the Phoenix Suns? Hell no. No.
You mean as a team, or would you talk about Chris Paul individually?
Chris Paul individually.
Okay.
No. I'm going to Steak 44 over there in Phoenix. I'm going to have me a nice little wine, probably sweat it out, and the pregame shoot around and get ready for Chris Paul. Steph Curry, I'm going to bed at 8 o'clock. Mom, don't call me. My girl, don't call me. I'm locked in right now. It's two different monsters. That's all.
And although that's really rich coming from a guy who spent the last 8 years getting spanked by Chris Paul, I think there's probably a lot of truth to what he's saying.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair, Jimmy. There is a lot of truth to it, but coming from him, it doesn't mean much.
Paul just doesn't have that hitman mentality that other greats have, and Devin Booker may not have it either. This whole Game 7 collapse, and even going back to last year's finals, reminded me of that clip from a couple years ago where Devin Booker was complaining about getting double-teamed at an open gym.
Oh, I've seen
Instead
this.
of embracing the challenge, he became frustrated with it. Instead of welcoming the double team to enhance his game, he complained about it. Some fans
Oh man, and Ben Simmons is there too? No.
often say Devin Booker is the closest thing to Kobe Bryant in today's NBA. But don't get it twisted. Because you want to know what Kobe Bryant said when he was getting double teamed?
was people double teaming you during
Oh
pickup?
yeah. Oh yeah.
And what you do you think about? Like
Say you got to send another one.
straight up,
Yeah, you got to send another one, man.
straight the fuck up.
I don't care how talented a player is. If he doesn't have a cutthroat, get out of the way,
Yeah, man.
I got this
That's practice.
mentality to his game, he
How
will
you gonna know how to deal with the double team in the game if you're not practicing getting double teamed?
only get so far. Two superstars don't just happen to score 3 combined points in the first half of their biggest game of the season. It's one thing to get out to a slow start, but this is the result of a player who lives and thrives off of big moments, having a field day with 2 players that can't help but to freeze up in big moments. Either you have it or you don't. Some players lack it, some players are honing it, and some players are made of it. Hope you all enjoy it. And as always, until next time.
Oh, man. All right. This video was hard. This video was hard for me to watch. That's some painful memories to relive. Great video by Jimmy X. Um, I'm gonna say one thing. Most people here in Arizona hate Luka because of what he did to us. And yeah, it hurts what he did, but I kind of feel like we deserved it because of what Book did. I think Book did it to us. Um, I gotta tell you the truth, he's one of my favorite players currently playing right now because he showed me who he is. And I respect the hell out of Luka because Luka, the sky's the limit for a savage like that. And I'm watching his career closely because of this, and I'm curious how good he's going to eventually be because he's already phenomenal. Oh man, but this did hurt. All right, do you guys remember this? What do you think about Luca? Am I crazy? Am I crazy with the way I view Luca? Because I think he's an absolute killer. And if I was playing against him, it would be all nice things. I wouldn't be talking no shit. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Shoot Jimmy X some love. Shoot me a like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff to help the channel. And I'll see you on the next one. All right, peace out.